Stay back.
What are we gonna do?
You're gonna take cover near those tanks.
And you? What about the guards?
I don't think they'll mind.
Welcome back to Everything or Nothing. I'm Frozen Treasure.
Bond, by hacking into their computer system, we have reason to believe 003 might be imprisoned somewhere atop that cliff. Hurry, 007. You're our only hope. And his.
The capture's bright enough that it might not appear so, but this tunnel is dark enough for us to hide in. This first section of the level demands patience to get its Bond moment, because it's earned by taking the first 4 guards out without being detected. It's important to pick up the ammo dropped by the guards. If we don't, the next patrol will notice something amiss. It doesn't make him notice us, but he does move off his path, and it becomes a lot harder to take him down without him seeing us. Now, a pistol shot to the head would be just as effective, however we don't know if the final guard is looking or not, whereas by waiting we can confirm that it's safe to stealth attack him while the final guard is facing the wall for some unknown reason. Besides which, we've already spent enough time so far to ensure that we're not going to get any bonus points for getting through the level quickly, so there's no reason not to take our time now. That was supposed to be the dart gun. The methods of readying guns and gadgets are very specific, and it can be easy to mix them up when a gadget is also a gun. It always seems like a good idea at the time to punch the one remaining guard, until he backs up and starts shooting at you again.
Disable the hoist controls. I'm gonna have to get up there another way.
Correct, 007. Look for an old junction box. It's part of the mine's original wiring structure hidden somewhere in the cliffs.
The screams of repelling enemies who are close to the ground are always hilarious. Either they carry on long after the enemy is dead, or they get abruptly cut off, but not in a realistic way. Kudos to the man who takes this corridor on guns a-blazing, because I know he does exist. Knocking out a communications tower by itself is far too easy, and doesn't have nearly enough explosions. We'll fix that.
Good heavens, 007, that was enough noise to waken the dead.
What was that?
Oh, if only only one of these guys had been close to the ledge to the right, we could have shoved him over and I could have unironically used the "have a nice trip, see you next fall" joke. Maybe next time. See what I mean about the death screams?
Bond, this is the perfect opportunity to use your thermographic vision.
It looks like a trap, Bond. Be careful.
Now M's advice just sounds like she's watching a video stream and is forced to lag several seconds behind the action. Now that we're in a real-world setting, let's all take a moment to appreciate just how adorable the Q-Spider is. Don't even ask about how the spider collecting armor works. Also, don't ask about how the door can only be opened from the inside. Just take note of how we can use the spider to lure out the enemies so we can fill up on ammo and ambush them.
There.
Now take note of how great a plan that was before I jumped the gun.
Bond, you're running out of time. You must find that uplink device and install it so we can help you find 003.
Now there are many ways we can approach this next section. I don't think I need to explain why that was the best one though.
I've found 003's uplink, but not 003.
Complete his mission, 007. Find a junction box and install that uplink.
The downfall of someone running through this for the first time would be not leaving any armor for the return trip, or stopping to kill dudes who aren't directly in the way, or getting shot a bunch. There's a lot of things that could be the downfall of a first timer, really.
Uplink installed.
Good job, Bond.
Where we're going, we don't need rockets. Probably. Oh yes, nowhere does the game mention this, but we can also pick up a variety of weapons to wield in melee combat. Of course, it's useless to us right now, but now we know, and knowing is some percentage of the battle.
I don't see any. Damn.
Upward and onward, 007. 003's life may be hanging in the balance.
First things first, that guy needs to die before he walks over and sees us.
just saw something.
Second, that guy needs to die before he gets hysterical. It's not easy to get these next two guys without them seeing us, mainly due to not knowing where one or both of them are while we're in an acceptable place of hiding. Still, patience, we'll see that bond moment safely secured,
I just saw something.
along with the lure of a dead body.
He's dead.
Unlike the last time we found a sniper rifle for a bond moment, this one is useful. Very useful, in fact.
Let's see what you got.
Ha! Like one single measly rocket is going to keep us down. Oh, I see. He's using an adhesive on the bottom of the rappel gun. Now just imagine doing all of this with a guy shooting rockets at you. I have to assume that that was some sort of prank that the guards pull on the new guy, putting his armored vest on the hard-to-reach ledge, laughing as he tries to get it back. Well, now who's laughing? No one, because James Bond is serious business. Shooting us in the back, a cunning strategy. If only we were a regular human being capable of feeling pain. Still, if there weren't so much body armor around the place, something like that would actually be very hazardous. It might not have been adequately conveyed yet, but in spite of how many of these guys we mow down, each and every individual enemy represents a very real threat that could very easily wreck us if we weren't smart about things. It really seems like that's supposed to be shootable for the spider to go through, but I guess it's just a really rare coincidence. Okay, so here's the point of this whole area. We run around to get to that minecart, send it on its way, and then when it reaches the door up ahead, we can blow it up and make it through to the ruins at last. The level is a clever piece of dense, challenging level design, with all the little breaks in the walls that enemies can hide behind, forcing the player to always be on their toes, keeping an eye out for dangers in all directions. And what awaits in the ruins? Ha! As if I'd pass up the opportunity to make a cliffhanger. See you next time.